Hey, what is going on, guys? Slick Joe here. Hoping you guys are having a fantastic day, and welcome back to another episode of Zombies Weekly. In this episode, we have some really interesting stuff to talk about Rave in the Redwoods, specifically with the Burning Man statue over in the Rave area or recreational area. But before we get into that, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you are new, I'd really appreciate that a whole damn lot. Let's see if we can hit 30 likes on this video. That would be insane, so go ahead and smash that like button, and let's get right into it. So, like I said, the Burning Man statue over in the recreational area in Rave in the Redwoods is gaining quite a bit of attention lately. It has some very interesting things going on over there. There are three things specifically that I want to talk about, and the first one is this mystery behind the left eye glowing when you are standing directly underneath it. So on Reddit, there was a post of this eye. It was glowing, and people were saying it might be part of some sort of Easter egg. So I went into a game and tried to recreate it. And what I did was I made sure that I had done nothing else in the game. All I did was start out by the M1 and make my way all the way over to the recreational area. I didn't turn on the power, as you can see, didn't pick up any statues, no boat parts, didn't do absolutely anything, never went into Rave mode, never used a Fate and Forge card, literally did absolutely nothing, just went straight to the Burning Man statue. And when I got over there, I went underneath of it, and as you can see, when I go right underneath it, the left eye glows. Now you have to be right up against the DJ table for this to work, but the right eye will glow no matter which way you come at it. If you're coming from closest to the Burning Man statue, backing up towards the DJ table, it will glow. Coming from the right to the left or the left to the right, it does not matter. The left eye will glow. And I think this has to be a glare or some sort of reflection. I don't think the eye is actually glowing, because as you can see, it only does it when you're standing in that certain spot, and it has to be right in that spot. And as you can see, if you move away real slowly, the eye will slowly start to fade out, and then as you move back to that exact spot, then it will glow again, which kind of points to that it is a reflection and not an actual Easter egg. Now, some of you might be saying, well, maybe it's like some sort of pressure plate. You got to stand in that exact area and it will glow. I had a couple of zombies. I led them to walk right across the same exact spot, and I stood back and looked at it from afar, and the eye did not turn on. It did not glow. Nothing happened. And just the way you look at it when you are going underneath of it, I mean, it kind of looks like it could be glowing, but I think that it's got to be just a reflection. Why wouldn't both eyes be glowing? And why would it just be for walking in a random spot? You can't even activate the DJ booth from that spot. You have to move over a little bit. And I don't think this is actually anything. If you don't believe me and you don't think that I'm right and you think this actually is an Easter egg, you can feel free to keep trying stuff out. And if you find anything, let me know. But I'm thinking this has to be a reflection and nothing more than that. But like I said, at this point, anything's possible. So if you want to keep trying, you can go ahead, but that is just my thoughts. All right, moving on to the next two things, which are kind of the more interesting things. And these are pointed out to me by another zombies YouTuber, Daily Gamer Nick. You guys can check his channel out. I will put a link in the description down below. He's an awesome YouTuber. But the first one I want to talk about is the camera on the Burning Man statue. So if you look on his left hand, you will see that there is a little circle and it's a camera. And the way that we know that this is a camera is if you head over to this white truck that is outside of the map towards the left of the recreational area by the magic wheel, you can look in the headlights and you will see that there is a kind of like a viewing of the DJ booth. You can see that's what the camera is pointing at. That is the DJ booth. You can see the white table with the mix tracks on it and the lights flashing just like it does on the DJ booth, so you know that is it. And if you do not believe me that that is the DJ booth, I had a zombie walk across it and you can see the shadow of the zombie moving across right by it underneath. So that is definitely the DJ booth. And at the time of looking at all this, it was right after testing out the eye reflection, whatever you want to think it is, and I had done nothing. I did not activate the power. I did not pick up any parts. I had done literally nothing, just made my way all the way over to the recreational area and decided to test this. So like I said, you can see camera on the bottom of the hand, and in the lens, you can see that that is the DJ booth. Now, obviously, this is no glitch. This has to be some sort of Easter eggs. I don't think they would just put this in there for no reason and just be a cool thing to look at. I think this has to be some sort of Easter egg. There's something more to this. Maybe part of the Ghosts and Skulls, or maybe a completely different Easter egg in general. I just wanted to let you guys know about this so you guys can maybe do something with it, check some more stuff out, and see if we can get something more to come from this camera and this truck. Now, I know there's probably going to be a couple of you that might want to associate the glowing left eye with the camera on the left hand, but I still don't think that's related. Like you saw, it definitely looked like a reflection. I mean, when you really got to the part where it was the brightest, it kind of looked like it was glowing, but it doesn't really make any sense that when you walk in that exact spot, then it like slowly turns on. Now, the last and final thing is with the Burning Man statue's head. So if you notice, when you come over to the statue area, even when you've done nothing again, no power, never went into rave mode, never picked up any parts. I've done absolutely nothing. And you get into this certain area right in front of the Burning Man statue. You'll see his head follows you. It looks right at you and it follows you all the way around until you get outside of his kind of area of view. And you can see this if you come in from the right side, you will see his head snap to me, and then it will follow me across the screen, and it follows you pretty much everywhere you go, like I said, until you get out of that area of view that he has. Now, a bunch of people were thinking that this had to do with another Easter egg specific to the Burning Man, but I am pretty sure that this is part of the crossbow upgrade, or the Vlad crossbow upgrade, because once you go around and pick up all of the 4 statues, once again, this is the only thing I have done, just went around and picked up the 4 statues, no power, no nothing besides that, went around, picked them all up, went back to the recreational area, and he still was staring at me. So I placed all of these statues on the speakers like you do to upgrade the crossbow, and as you can see, he's still staring at me, and then as soon as a zombie comes into the frame or his field of view, his head snaps to that zombie, and now it follows that instead of following me, and it hasn't done this before until I put those statues on those speakers. I tried it out, and the only time he ever followed the zombies was once I put those statues on the speakers. So maybe this is a way to signal now that you need to do something with the zombies, and it's not anything that you necessarily can only do. So if you shoot a zombie when it is in his field of view and his head is following it, you'll now see the zombie burst into flames. And I think this kind of solidifies that it is all linked together. The statue is known as the Burning Man, and the reason for that is, to make a long story short, in the 1990s, they had kind of an art festival where they would have a giant statue and they would burn it as some form of art, and that is how it got the name the Burning Man. So it would make sense that the statue would focus on a zombie. When you shoot it, it would burst into flames, kind of connecting it with that Burning Man name that the statue has. And we know this is the Burning Man. It's obvious by the way it looks and the timeline and everything, and Lee Ross has said it himself that this is the Burning Man statue. It's kind of a nod to the Burning Man, all that kind of stuff. So we know that that is what this statue is for. So that makes sense that if it focuses on the zombies and then it bursts into flames after you damage them, which is part of the crossbow upgrade, is damaging the zombies and having them burst into flames in front of those speakers, then that would be why it does that, and that would connect everything together very, very nicely. Now, to finish it off, once you have completed the upgrade step and you have killed all of these zombies and they've burst into flames and you are done, you hear the audio cue, and you can go and pick the statues up off those speakers. You now notice his head is now frozen in place and does not move anymore. I went and placed them all down back around the map. I tried everything. I could not get it to move again. So I think this kind of confirms that this is why the statue's head moves. It focuses on you. When you have the statues, you place the statues down, and now it focuses on zombies when they come into frame. You shoot them, they burst into flames because it is known as the Burning Man. You pick up those little statues off the speakers to finish that step of the upgrade, and his head now freezes and will not move again, confirming that this is all connected, and that is why his head looks at you, and that is why it moves, and that is how you get it to work, and everything like that, and that this is not part of any separate Easter egg. Now, you could go a little bit further and say maybe you can get it to move again. There's something else to do with that, and you could keep going. Maybe. I have not figured it out yet. I have not figured out a way to get his head to move again, so that's why I think the whole head moving thing is just with the Vlad crossbow upgrade, and that is it. But like I said, you guys are free to take these ideas and branch off of them, explore yourselves, try and find something else out, solve something else, because we still have that camera Easter egg that I feel like has to be part of something, so you guys can try and work with that and see if you can get anything else out of that. But I just want to let you guys know, because I've been seeing a lot of talk around the Burning Man and all these different sort of ideas that people are having, and I wanted to kind of recreate some of them and see if we could figure out why each are happening. Yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on these 3 things with the Burning Man. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of all these things I've talked about, if you agree with me and what I was saying, or if you have some of your own ideas about this stuff. I would be interested to hear what you guys have to say. But I think that's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I better be seeing you in the next video. Catch you later.